Another opportunity we had was in thinking about the graduate students and the importance of graduate students at the university. We knew that we wanted to give them a space where they can live, basically, because they come in and they live in the library all day long, and we needed to give them more diversity in that space. And the space that they were in was nothing but a really big room, and the only thing in that room were tables, chairs, a couple sofas, and some computers. And it was a big box of a room, and if one person spoke in the corner, everybody in the room could hear it. And we thought we could really do a lot better for our graduate students, and it was a win-win because the space happened to be one of the largest enclosed spaces in the library, and I kept imagining it as a space that we could use for an event space. So we looked around the building, and I had this idea of where we could relocate a graduate commons, and we intentionally renamed it from a graduate lounge to a graduate commons because we didn't want it to be a place where they just come and sort of sit in a chair and read a book, but it was a place where they could actually engage in different kinds of learning activities, and that led to the rethinking about various spaces within the graduate commons. We survey students, we ask them what they want and how they function, and especially for the public space projects, we did everything from we did time-lapse photography of specific spaces in the library to sort of show visually how they take that environment and they move it around themselves. I mean, the space looks totally transformed. And this is not furniture that's meant to be moved, but it shows how they move it around and what they do with it. We did, so we've done observation studies, we've done focus groups, we've put up flip chart pads in places asking questions about how they use the space. We ask them about noise levels and what they consider to be noisy and not noisy. And you know what you end up finding out is that they want it all. They want that whole range of diverse experiences within the building, and we didn't have enough diversity. They want the space that's noisy. They want the place where they can talk and have their group. They want the space where it's quiet for when the times that they need to be quiet. They always want to be able to bring their food and drinks, right? And so that's what we did. We built a graduate commons. We spent a lot of time talking to the graduate students about what they wanted and how they used the space. We knew that they wanted a conference room. We talked a lot about, for example, something like a conference room. Should we build a little internal conference room for them? But we realized that, of course, a program always follows, form follows function, and program comes first. And as we talked about the program, we said, this would be a really great place for the librarians and the graduate students to work together, for the librarians to do workshops with them, for people in the graduate school to do workshops for them, for the graduate students themselves to come together. And it was so exciting for me the first time I saw that they did brown bag lunches where they shared their research topics with each other, and they sort of did a peer review of their dissertation work. And that's what we wanted to create the space for that kind of activity. So it has a conference room, it has soft seating, it has clusters with technology so groups can come together and plug in their laptop and work together around a screen. It has quiet spaces. I thought it was brilliant when LGA came up with the idea for the noise, for the way to use the white noise to help with the sound in the space. We created a little kitchen area for them. It's been great, and it's been open for more than a year, and the students absolutely love it. I hear it all the time. I was just in there the other day because we were looking at some of the solutions to export in other places. And that's in part what we also did. Because it was really one of the first public spaces we redesigned, we experimented a bit. We experimented with the dirt wall, with the green glass, with these movable boards, which you'd think something so basic as a movable whiteboard, but they're expensive, and they're used as dividers, and they're used as to help students to sort of create and define their own space by putting up their own walls. So we've learned some things from that we're going to carry over into the design of some of the other spaces. So.